Secretary of the Right to Work campaign, I'm pleased that we have agreed a cooperation with the Coalition of Resistance. We're going to work together. We've agreed a procedure for that. We will be represented on the Coalition Steering Committee, and I want to extend an invitation for them to be represented in our Steering Committee. And I think it's important that we put a case here today for unity. And I say that because many of us, I think, maybe come from our traditions where too often we have rushed to proclaim ourselves as the leadership of the movement. I think anyone who does that today, in proclaiming themselves the leadership of an anti-cuts, anti-austerity movement, should be punished by the grassroots. This is too serious for us to get into games, which too many times we've played, of declaring that this movement, this organisation is absolutely the way forward. And I say that because last night I returned from Ireland. Every family in Ireland is going to take a hit of €4,000 a year. That's the 5th austerity cuts package. €4,000. A €1 cut in the minimum wage. In other words, they take €1 from the poorest and give it to the likes of Tesco, Starbucks, and the other people who employ you in the minimum wage to boost their profits. It's too serious for us to get involved in some of the games that some of us have been involved in the past. And I think we have to agree today we're going to work together. We're going to build a movement from the grassroots up, an organic movement to fight austerity, to fight the cuts. And I'm pleased that we have that cooperation. Over the coming weeks and months, I think we have to develop that. We do not want different anti-cuts campaigns in the same town and the same city. We do not want people calling demonstrations at different times on the same day. All of us have been guilty of this in the past, but it's got to stop. We've got to get our act together. This is the biggest attack on our living standards, our services, our pensions and our jobs in living memory. There is too much at stake. I do not want to turn to my 3.5-year-old son and my 8-month-old son in 18 years' time and say, I cannot afford to send you to university. At least I want to tell them we fought and maybe we got defeated. But I want to say we threw everything at these people we could, and if we couldn't win, we had to throw it big time. And it's as serious as that. I feel it here. I feel what's going on here because they're attacking things that are dear to me, the past generation and the future generation, and we have a responsibility. And therefore I think it begins like this. Next Tuesday, every one of us should be out with the students and lecturers. I want to suggest that the trade unions or speaking here today should call on their members. Okay, they can't call them to strike, but why not when McCluskey, etc., calling people to gather at lunchtime in the outside the workplaces, outside the places of work, and why don't they block the roads in solidarity with the students? Why don't you take direct action? Let's be there next Tuesday and let's join them. On the 4th of December, we should march against for climate change. We should march for 1 million green jobs. We should say we have an alternative. We've got to stop this horrendous. They're cutting back on the expenditure of false promises to deal with climate change. We've got to fight for this. I want to say that the call for a week of action is something we've discussed with CORE and we welcome. We have our own conference on the 12th of February and we want to use it as a launch pad for that week of action. On the 14th of February, the new campaign Housing Emergency will be demonstrating at Parliament over the attacks on housing benefits and the introduction of social market rents. I think we should turn that into another Millbank. I think we should say the social cleansing of our inner cities is something that has to be stopped, and we're fed up with the attacks on housing benefits. I would like to suggest the Right to Work campaign. I'd like to suggest 2 other things as part of that week. One is a tour of the high streets, shutting down Vodafone, BHS, Boots, and their taxi. Secondly, I would like to target ATOS, Action for Employment, the private aid agencies, taking people off incapacity benefits and putting them on about £51 a week. We should shut those people down from operating in our communities. And we should say, on the 16th of March, the Liberal Democrat Spring Conference is in Sheffield. We've called the demonstration and I welcome all of you to join us in building that demonstration and chasing Clegg out of Sheffield. And lastly, incidentally, I think we should harass Liberal Democratic MPs up and down our country. They shouldn't have to go anywhere without protest and direct action. And lastly, we need to build the 26th of March demonstration into the biggest demonstration since the 3rd of February. But I want to end by saying this. If there are 1 million people, 2 million people on the 26th of March, there's a logical next step. We should all come out together. All of us should strike. There should be a general strike. It's the only thing we understand.